Day 6 of Detroit Lions training camp is in the books, and tomorrow you could go if you have a ticket. It opens up to the rest of the general public tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. July 30th. So again, if you have a ticket, you could be there. But here are the Day 6 observations coming from Pride of Detroit. Jamison Williams and Marvin Jones still working with trainers. CJ Gardner-Johnson returning to limited practice, no team drills. Yeah, we know all about CJ Antoine Green taking the day off to recover from heat exhaustion. Halapalooty Vaitai and Panay Sewell also missed practice with no explanation. James Houston and Jalen Reeves-Maybin appeared to suffer injuries during practice, exited play, and did not return. The only thing that really kind of bothers me out of this is Big V. Again, Antoine Green having the heat exhaustion. I mean, you got to get used to this. This is a different... They say the speed of the game is much faster in NFL. It's hot out there. Trust me, it is. Today was a cooler day here in Michigan. Yesterday was 92 degrees, but the humidity is ridiculous. And if that's something you're not used to, then it will catch up to you. Panay Sewell not being there, I don't think that's really a big deal. Jamison Williams might be a little more hurt than we initially thought because he's not able to practice. And this injury happened, Wednesday, I believe. So it's been several days. And I think they're just taking it easy with Marvin Jones. So the only thing that really catches me off guard kind of is Big V. Like, what's going on here? Because again, didn't play a single snap last year. And I think he's somebody to keep your eye on. He wants to be out there, but we're going to see how much he can actually be of use to the team this year. But they also had some observations of rookie Brodric Martin. Here's what they had to say about him. On the very first play of team drills, Brodric Martin set the tone for the day. At the snap, Martin punched and shed Frank Ragnow, who was sliding over to block him. Martin was in the backfield in an instant and laid a huge engulfing hit on David Montgomery, stopping him 4 yards behind the line. The center came to me, Martin told Pride of Detroit. I struck him and shed him as quick as I could. I make sure to try to put my hands on the offensive players before they put their hands on me. Once I shed him off, the ball carrier was right there. And that's big, man. That's big because we saw from inside the den how much Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, how much they wanted this guy. They saw the potential. Big man, can move, long arms. And they saw the potential for Brodric Martin. And in my opinion, you know how I feel about the defensive line. I feel like it may be the weakest part of our defense this year. Not necessarily the edge, but the inside. We don't really have that guy to stuff that middle. And Brodric could be that guy. They see the potential in Brodric Martin, and it would be nice to see him. I would love to see him play. Like, I can't wait to see this guy play. I think I'm most excited to see Jahmyr Gibbs play. But Brodric is a close second because I want to see a big run stuffer. That's what I want to see. So he's going to be an asset to the defensive line. We're going to see just how much he can do in training camp. I think he's going to get a lot of work in training camp. And maybe, just maybe, the 3rd round pick can make his way into the starting lineup. We shall see. But a surprise kind of standout today in Day 6 was undrafted cornerback Stephen Gilmore. Here's what Pride of Detroit had to say about him. UDFA cornerback Stephen Gilmore is now stacking recognizable days. After a nice showing on Friday, Gilmore forced 2 turnovers on Saturday. His interception came after Romeo Okwara caused pressure, and Suffield rushed a throw inside. Yeah, that's typical. While Maurice Alexander broke outside, setting up an easy pick. Later, he gave up a reception to Mims, but timed a punch to dislodge the ball, which was recovered by Savion Smith. It's good to see Savion back after what happened to him last year. Yeah, we like Gilly, Coach Dan Campbell said in this morning's press conference. We liked his tape too when he was coming out, and he had some awareness about him. He has some instincts. He has some ball skills, pretty good movement skills. I think for him, it's going to be some of it, along with development, is the physical development. He's not a real big guy. He has to get a little bit of mass on him, get a little bit stronger. We're excited about him. That's actually pretty good to hear, man, because I was just thinking, and somebody brought this up in the comment section not too long ago in one of my other videos, who is our cornerback 2, right? We got rid of Jeff Okudah. We got rid of Amani Awarwariye. We don't have AJ Parker anymore. So who is going to be number 2? Number 1, you would assume is going to be Cam Sutton. Who's going to be number 2? Could it be Chase Lucas? I mean, could he, the 7th round pick from last year? Could it be Brian Branch? Like, who's going to play the number 2 cornerback? So we have Sterling Thomas, who has a potential to make the team, but we also have this individual as well, Stephen Gilmore. So it's good to see like the UDFAs, that's 2 now, that are coming up and kind of making some plays and getting on the coach's radar. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How many days are you going to training camp? Will you be there tomorrow? And what are your thoughts on day 6 as we get closer to the August 11th matchup of the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions in the first preseason game, which will happen at Ford Field? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.